Guys, welcome to the second episode of Riff Talks. I'm sorry I'm kind of late on the ball here. I got caught up with a package that came in. So, I'm sorry I'm a little late on this. But yes, we got Eddie Rifkin here. There you are.
What's up, man?
Riff time, my man. I'm sorry about that. Time just kind of slipped away from me, buddy. I got too caught up playing with some of the pedals that came in today. So, I'm sorry about that.
Tell it to the manager. No.
It's good to have you on.
Great to be
very
here.
good
So,
to have you on.
I think I might be sideways, which feels
You
about
are.
normal.
You are a little sideways, yes.
Well, maybe that'll help people notice. All right, hang on. What's up? Up is up.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you doing this evening? And thank you for coming on Riff Talks, the second episode. Again, sorry about the lateness on that.
Oh, my pleasure, dude. I'm doing great.
Right on. I really, really appreciate you coming on and to talk about, well, lots of stuff, but most importantly, this pedal right here, the Karen.
You know it.
Absolutely love this pedal. It is, a lot of people say the meme pedals, right?
Yeah.
I love it because it's eye-catching, but these circuits absolutely blow me away. This pedal is a monster, man. Just
Damn, thank you so much.
huge.
I'm trying to stay humble because honestly, I've only been doing this a couple of years, but
Okay.
I'm trying to focus and just what happened is this meme, which is this pedal I designed 2 years ago, it went viral, and my pedal building skill had to catch up as quickly as possible.
Oh, all right, I see, yeah.
And for 2 years now, that's the journey I've been on. So I feel pretty good about it these days, but so you've been shredding with this particular pedal.
Yes, I have. I've been really enjoying it. The sounds that come out of it and the tonal range on it are absolutely massive. I find I really like it because you can get a really nice distortion. You can get a little dirty on it, like an overdrive, but if you crank it up, it turns into a fuzz. It really blew me away. That little 10% extra at the end.
Yep.
Completely turns it into a new animal, a new Karen. She gets madder.
As if that's possible. But I mean,
seriously,
dude, I'm trying to decide whether I really want to classify it as a preamp, an overdrive, or a distortion pedal, because I kind of feel like it really acts like a preamp for me. I love stacking it, even if it's almost totally transparent. But it distorts like a preamp should, but it also does that when you push it with other pedals. So, I think I'm still getting to know my own distortion, you know what I'm saying?
Well, there's so much in it, again, with the tone range. And again, same with me, I love stacking pedals. I put it with the other meme pedal I have here, the Shroot. I think you've seen that video, just absolutely mind-blowing.
It is. I love that there are all these other really cool pedal builders with these crazy senses of humor. And I'm glad I stepped into something which kind of feels like I'm among company.
Yeah, well, this whole community, I find, is that way. When I started doing this, it feels comforting. Everybody is in it for the same thing. We just love music. We love tones. And I really love the paint job on this, too. By the way, I do have to say that sparkly pink and the fadeaway, just absolutely love it.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. I'm trying to go I used to price them all way too cheap, and I couldn't really afford to do it because it takes a lot of work to make the hand-painted pedals. It takes a ton of layers, a lot of curing time.
A lot
and
of your time.
The varnishes I use now are pretty quick to dry, but still I like to take several layers, several days. I like to air it out. There's always the smell test. If it's degassing, you can tell.
Yep.
And then when it stops, I like to wait a little bit more to really let that process happen. And I just try to do everything that I can when hand painting these. Can't be done in a factory, because there's a lot of incredible stuff that you can source nowadays. So I want to make the hand painted one really speak for itself, if you will. But
Yeah,
that
definitely.
paint job is called Karen 3000.
Is
Like, and that might
what
just
that
seem
is? Karen
easy.
3000.
It's like, it's because 3000 is one of the two pink colors that I use, lychee or lychee
Oh,
3000. And I
all
was like,
right.
well, shit, that's Karen 3000, baby.
There
Um,
you go. That's the perfect tone for Karen, the perfect color tone.
you know it. And snow, and of
Fuck
course,
yeah.
more rage as you like, it fades toward anger as you get toward the top of the crane.
I see that. Yeah, yeah. She's kind of mellow down here, but as it
Mm-hmm.
gets up there, again, just that sparkle job. I'm a big fan of pink pedals. Like I want to have a black and pink board. I don't know why. It's just very eye catching.
Absolutely.
So I have to ask, what got you into building pedals?
Uh, you know, it's the best midlife crisis a guy could ask for.
Amazing.
So I've been like, it was kind of a coincidence, but like about 5 years ago now, early 2018, I just watched this fuzz pedal demo. And it was
Okay.
because I was already like interested in this musician because I had just seen him play. But turns out he makes or designs fuzz pedals. And something
Oh wow,
about the way
nice.
he presented it, his name is Joe Gore. He's played with some huge musicians, but like among other things, he like also designs like these pedals. And so something about the way he presented it, it just kind of turned my brain on. Until that point, I'd been playing for a long time, but I was completely indifferent to outboard gear. I had a
Okay.
Roland or a Boss GT3. I bought it new in 1999,
Oh
and I pretty much
wow, nice.
wrote off all other gear like
Yeah,
until
that's all
20.
you needed.
It's
All you needed at the time.
and now I'm kind of like retrograding. I'm going back into like the vintage modular approach, but like
Yeah.
there's things you can only do that way. And one thing I realized is that when you buy a pedal as opposed to like something on a small computerized chip, you're also buying an interface. Like you're buying
Yeah.
the knobs that you want to twiddle with. You're buying the
Ex-
shape that your foot
exactly.
lands on. And like I think that is pretty much it. It's a like in the world of art that you've got to have your own style and you've got to have your own quirks about how you use your tools. And sometimes that does involve vintage preamp technology, which is just kind of awesome.
Yeah, 100%. I'm more with the vintage stuff. I'm not a big fan of the new Helix and Kempers and stuff, and I'm sure they're amazing. It's just I started with a Boss Katana about 10 years ago, and that's when I started finding out about effects, really, because I was, again, just straight into the amp, used the amp's distortion. And then it branched from there, and I got a Big Muff Pie one time, and then the addiction started, and I just collected pedals, and I think I have ADHD, and these are the best. You have your switches and your buttons and your knobs, and amazing, and the sound. You get all the fun stuff you want.
Absolutely. ADHD is such a big part of being a builder and a pedal owner. Holy
Yeah.
shit. Like I'm obsessed with like things fitting together. Ever since
Yeah.
that one day when you saw like a beautiful row of horizontally or like vertical jack knot pedals just kind of like and
It's like,
like it
yeah.
I'm obsessed. It must fit perfectly. So like long as I can do that I will.
They put the passion into it, and like it's so good. I seen Do you have any pedals you'd like to talk about? I seen you were building the Cairn of Tone before, and that looked very neat. And you have some Kens, I see. Is that the same kind of idea, just an angry man instead of an angry woman?
Mhm. The Karen, the story of everything that branched from that first pedal has to do like largely with people responding to it and going, "Holy crap! Are you going to make a Ken pedal? How about a barbecue backing pedal? Hey, like what about Kevin? Oh, my son's name is Kevin. He's not a Karen. No, okay. How about Ken? Like, and a million hilarious conversations, mostly with
Yeah.
buyers, just or with people that I'm interacting with online, other builders. It's great, and a lot of that has led to collaborations, which I'm going to talk about. I got
Oh,
I got
excellent.
a list of cool stuff that is in the works, and
Right
some of
on.
it was ready. So like my first announcement actually is this:
Okay.
the Satellite of Fuzz. I'm discontinuing this pedal. I've built
Oh, no
a
way.
few of them over over the decades, over the years, which feel like
Over the years.
decades. No, this is like what I started building before the Karen thing took off. And it's basically a fuzz pedal that I kind of designed to my own taste. And what I'm doing is discontinuing it and taking the circuit and putting it into a new pedal. So the
Oh,
ones
really?
reverb right now, like, are literally the last ones you will ever see.
Those are the last ones, so go get them.
Yeah.
So the people want to go and get them as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. And like, I love this little thing. It's based on the one knob tone bender, which is this
All
cute
right.
little layout. It's like the fuzz face, it's like the meathead, it's like the original fuzz. It's that circuit design, but you can put a bunch of different recipes onto that board. And so what I did here,
Okay.
kind of like, I took what is called the 1960s, what is it called? The Dr. Tony Ball's 1966 fuzz.
The Dr. Tony balls, all
I
right.
wish I had made that up, but my friend did not. So I was like, all right, do I need to bring another balls joke into the world? I don't think so. So instead, I looked for an image that was iconic of 1966. And what I found was
Okay.
ever space selfie taken by Buzz Aldrin in 1966 while in orbit on a spacewalk. Like, that's pretty
Wow, that's what
badass.
the artwork is?
Huh? Yeah, this is a photo
That,
of Buzz Aldrin and the
wow.
first space selfie ever taken. 1966.
Amazing.
That's why I called it the
Yeah, sorry, I had to
satellite.
get up to let my cat in there.
Oh, cats are welcome, dude. But yeah, so this has been great, but now I want to evolve it. I want to take the circuit and do some more fun stuff with it.
So you're
So
gonna tweak it a
this
little bit and put
kids,
it in a new case, new enclosure.
that brings me to announcement number 2.
Number 2.
Like, literally no one has ever seen this except a couple of friends and my wife. So
Okay.
this is what the satellite of fuzz is going into. And right now it's a bit of a, I'll show you the front in a second, but it's a bit of a prototype. As you can see, I've been editing it, working out various things.
Okay, lots going on in there.
And this is the satellite of fuzz with the Karen tone stack, the switchable Karen tone stack.
Oh, no
Before,
way.
just an in and an out. And now I've thrown this on and it absolutely rips. It's a whole new thing. But, you know, Karen has to have a thematic consistency. And I've been kind of looking at this for a while, but let's see if I get sued. So this is the Karen X.
Oh, the Karen X. Wow.
Now there's
A beautiful
2 quotes.
pedal.
And it says, in space, you can't use that tone with me.
Very nice.
These are 2 quotes from Elon himself. God help me. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. And
Amazing.
those who fly solo have the strongest wings.
Those are great quotes. Amazing quotes.
You know, especially considering how he just massacred Twitter.
Yep. Yeah.
You can see this one's official.
Hilarious.
A little check on it.
Well, that is sweet. So you're just announcing this now. So I mean, this is still in the works, but you're announcing it right now.
I mean, this version sounds great. I think I'm going to add one more gain stage to it. But we are,
oh wow, okay,
baby. So yeah, it's a fuzz with the Karen tone stack, and this has a ton of possibilities.
Amazing.
But it is the Karen X.
The Karen X, and how much will that be when you drop it?
I'm still deciding, but it's not going to be that much.
Still deciding.
I want it to be.
I was going to ask before we stray too far away, how much is your fuzz on Reverb right now? Those last ones that you're discontinuing.
Okay, they were $79.95, and now Reverb is third, like 15% off sale. So now they're on sale from that.
Well, okay, you guys want to go and get those. You want to go get those right now.
Satellite of Fuzz will be more like Space Link.
More like Space Link. Yeah, there you go.
I kind of raised
excellent.
a little bit in the graphic. Anyway.
Oh, that's very exciting. Right on.
And also,
I'm
instead
excited
of
to hear
range,
what that sounds
it
like.
says genius instead of rage. And the in and out are now valued input and volume manager.
Ah, very creative.
It's all about the details, baby.
It really is. I noticed that on this even. Very detailed.
It's like I'm trying to make the kind of jokes that sort of sneak up on you a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I love that because it's the whole, again, it brings me back to the meme thing. A lot of people are like, I don't care what's on a pedal. But then if you see a bunch of distortions in a row and you see one with the Karen on it, you're probably going to try this first, right? And then you get to experience the wonderfulness of Her Majesty. Oh, here we go.
Hold on. Let's make sure something very special is going on.
So what is your favorite pedal that you don't build?
My favorite pedal that I don't build. That's a really good question. I'm a big fan of big muffs. The triangle in particular just kind of blew my mind. That was one of the first videos I did. And like some of the gain stages and the fuzz are kind of like pieces of a big muff. I use the kind of transistors they would use in the 70s. And like it's got a really loud kind of low noise, sort of like smack you in the face. A lot of its own fuzz diodes.
Yeah.
Even though muffs are not really fuzz pedals because they frickin' use clipping diodes.
Oh, all right.
Forgive me, Lord.
Forgive me, Lord. Oh, huge.
So this is with the tone bypass. It's a satellite of fuzz. It's like a button-down tone bender.
Okay.
A little bit less sloppy, but just like good for riffing. And so then you have the tone stack, and you could just totally perform like obnoxious tonal surgery on this.
Massive.
I'm such a good player.
Oh man, wicked riffs. What are you talking about? They're awesome.
It totally dooms, baby.
Yeah, it 100% does.
But there's one thing about this fuzz that I'm particularly excited about is like, just like our fearless leader itself, it's extremely sensitive. It's very attacking.
Okay, yeah.
You can literally just like almost go totally clean just by lightly strumming.
Oh, so there's a lot of attack in the pedal, eh? A lot of pick attack built into it. Nice. I love that massive wall of fuzz sound. That's the best. That has a really nice tone to it, man.
You get some nasty, like, you can cut that bass out almost all the way and just let the treble like bleed your ears a little bit and then turn it up. Totally clean out.
Yeah. That's always how I run my stuff here. Everybody was asking me if I run dirty amps, but it's always clean because I want the full effect of the pedal to come through, right?
Totally. I mean, you know, I like it both ways because like I love the way it saturates your amp too, but sometimes, man, there are exceptions. Like I played a big muff through a JCM 120 and I freaking hated it. It needed that layer of break.
Oh, and yeah.
Tiny break up because I was just hearing like the granularness of the fuzz in all the wrong ways. But usually, then again, a blues driver sounds amazing through it, I guess, because it's a raw Boss product. But
It's buffered. It's buffered.
yeah, very much. And like so, but mostly I wanted a pedal that sounded really good in a clean amp. That
Yeah.
didn't just like caca like when you totally exposed the grit. I wanted it to sound kind of like had its own charm.
Yeah, so that's why I run it on clean because like I want to see what it's like. I'll do it on dirt later, like, but I like to run it through a clean amp just so I can actually hear exactly what's going on and what it's
No,
doing to the circuit and stuff.
you know it.
So what is the favorite pedal that you yourself build, that you have built?
All right.
Is it her? Is it the Karen?
Oh my God. I don't think I've built enough pedals to make that decision yet.
All
I
right.
think I am hungry to make more creative choices and further define what exactly my manifesto exactly is. Like, yeah, right now I like other people's pedals a lot. I love Rats. Rat, I think, is like the perfect distortion pedal. Then again, so
Yeah,
this one, damn it. Um,
rats are nice. Yeah.
it's such a palette for so many incredibly cool circuits. One of my favorites is the Zero G IOD Algernon. That's a lead
The
rat based circuit, and it, like, honestly, man, go get one. They're just ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out. I might
It's
have to.
so good. Um, this one, which I'm about to mention in another way, the Bossy Gnome. Check this shit out. This is a Jordan
Yeah.
Stone. You know this maker?
Yes, I do. I've actually been talking to him. He's having one sent out to me here. I'm
Oh,
very
cool.
excited to play one of these.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. He's doing them in these really cool, sparkly powder coats now. But I got one of his old hand painted ones, and I've been enjoying this. It stacks pretty well with just about anything, but definitely with a Karen or with anything in the front, distortion to clean boost. But I'm going to be putting together, I'm going to be doing a dual pedal with a Karen and with one of these guys.
Oh,
And it's the Bossy, or what the fuck is it's going to be called Get Off My Lawn.
get off my lawn. Nice.
These jokes, man, they just write themselves.
It's endless.
So yeah, if anybody hasn't absorbed it, yeah. So this is kind of a nod to Pink Floyd's The Gnome, as well as the Jordan Boss Tone. So you've got a gnome with an attitude, and you've got a Karen with a lawn. Like that. That's the spicy meatball, baby.
Yeah. Perfect,
So
man.
that was announcement number 3.
Awesome. Wonderful announcements. That's good. You got the SpaceX or
Hmm?
the Karen X pedal,
Dude, Karen X.
and that's the fuzz with the Karen tone
Yep.
stack. You have your collaboration. Is it a collaboration with
No,
LST?
this is all me.
All you.
But Laser Soup Twinkie and I are going to do a dual pedal where we do one of his and one of mine.
Right.
And
Okay, that's what it is. Yeah.
and I love collaborating. I've been doing it ever since the beginning.
Perfect.
And I have a couple collaborations to bring up, but first I want to just show you. This is the stupidest thing, the announcement number 4. So I'm going to start selling these soon. This is the Fast Gear. This is the world's
Yeah.
kill switch right now. I was like, I saw the placebo pedal and I was like, I need to workshop just how many ways a pedal could be useless. I need to write it down. How many ways can I tell you that this thing does nothing whatsoever freaking ever? And so I went for the Fast Gear because unlike the slow gear, which slows your attack, this has this perfect analog tracking and it keeps it exactly the same speed going in and out. It's amazing. It's totally
Really.
transparent. It
That's
doesn't.
really neat. And it does nothing.
Yes. Although in this mode, there's a WasaCraft switch from Wasa Mute. So this disconnects the send and return. So it's a kill switch. In this case, it just literally does nothing.
That's absolutely hilarious.
Check please, sensitive and attacked. The W, it says waste of space if you look closely. That was
Okay, yeah.
courtesy of Andrew Marshowski, Dave Rage on here. He does great demos But he suggested that. And if you look closely, I don't know if I can see it in the light, it says, instead of boss, it says manager.
I see that, yes.
I'm going to make that just like 10% less subtle on the following ones. But this is my little prototype. It's got battery power for that vintage tone.
For that vintage tone.
You know, but
and it does
no,
nothing.
comparable size and weight to other pedals in this price range. A whole
Okay.
lot of like redonkulous bullet points. I'm probably going to add to it, but I'm going to make a more graphical post about this soon. Sort of like the.
And how much are you going to be charging for that?
Oh man, I don't know. Like not that much, because what I want to do is maybe pick 5 kits and a few build outs and do 2 knob pedals or 2 knob circuits that I can ship with this, either as kits so you can build, pre-built, so on and so forth. I might do a contest where like you can win one.
That's really cool.
Definitely want to go for like slow gears, which can be made from a kit, or you can actually reverse engineer a Boss noise gate and flip it into a slow gear. So we can rehouse.
Yeah, because I thought you were actually building a slow gear, and I have one here from Zengu Sonic Devices.
Well,
the marble one.
Oh, that thing is phenomenal. But yeah, I am going to be putting them.
I was excited,
dude,
because I would really love to try slow gear made from you, because that's super cool.
And like, there's a number of other things. Like you could have a buffer, a noise gate. You could have a bunch of things that technically fulfill the mission of fast gear, which gives you ultra fast envelope following. But anyway, there you go, kids. The fast gear. I am a jackass, and this is what I made for you.
I love it. I love it. Go get yourself a fast gear. Don't sleep on that pedal.
Fast. All right, kids. And like, one of the beautiful things about manufacturing these days is like, now I can do one-offs. Like, here's a bare metal Karen, a raw one. Like, I can.
Wow, nice.
For cheaper. And like, these could be 120. The powder coat ones can be 130, and then the hand painted ones are 180, which of course take a whole lot more time. But I kind of a fair way to do it, because I think there are people that don't maybe care about the coating so much, but want the meme, and other people that just care about the distortion. So why the heck not?
That's a really good idea. Yeah, have one that's not so the not hand painted one, so people who just want the distortion can just jump on that. And then for the like art geeks and people who really want that like flavor, man, that sparkle, right?
You know it. It's there for you, baby. Art geeks, come to me.
Yeah, it's so nice though. Seriously, like that sparkle is real, buddy.
I was like, it's kind of hard to capture it in photos. I want that in person.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
because I was trying to capture it, but yeah, it does well with the camera. But when you try and take photos of it, you can't get the right angle. I'd have to bring in like extra lights and.
no, it's a whole production. So now I have the two, which I can show you the least, because they're not. Woo, see, that's what happens. They're not finished. But
okay.
And these are collaborations. One with AV Pedals, which has done some really interesting interpretations of like Boss and other circuits. They and I are collaborating on a Klon Centaur parody called the Clarin.
The Clarin.
Yes, and even though it's not finished yet, what I can show you is the drawing that I scanned. So this is kind of where we're going with it.
Oh my God. I love that.
She looks so good with the sword, but we're not going to have a sword. You see, we're going to have a cell phone. So I scanned that and moved it where the sword is. And also on the back, we have, where is it? Her Chihuahua riding on horseback.
Amazing.
This is not going to be a clone either. It's going to be a new hybrid circuit. This person that I'm collaborating with was thinking up this reimagining of the clone circuit, and it's really exciting. We just got the PCB, so I can show you that. And
Cool.
This is going to be really wicked cool. So it's got Boss and Centaur components, and it's just kind of a new way of thinking about the circuit. The enclosures with this baby on it are in production. We'll see in a few weeks.
How
And
big are
that's
they?
that. Huh?
How big are those enclosures? Are they going to be like the clones? Like
They're going to be like the KTR,
okay.
1590W. So like size of an Electro Harmonix, like 9 size pedal. And I think that's good. That like, and this barely fits in it, but it's like, and you have 4 diagonal knobs. We're going to have at least one more control. We're going to pretty much make fun of every side of the Centaur / the KTR.
I love it.
And then I believe the quote is going to be like, oh, what is it? What is that goofy little thing? Please know that this hype is not of my, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. Like, kindly remember, if you don't bring me the manager, I'm calling the police. So we're going to have a few things like that. I'm really excited, too, because I'm working with a better enclosure place to make some really sweet-looking boxes. Obscura, which is the same place that LSC is doing his gnomes through. And Lauren Audio, a lot of places that I've seen are doing this with Obscura, and they just make gorgeous enclosures. So I'm pretty psyched about that.
Right on. Very, very exciting.
Now, at this point, my brother, you have made it through a round of announcements. But the one that I personally care the most about is the last one, which I have not shared yet.
What's this one? This is the big one.
Well, it's big. It's going to be a challenging build. It's going to be awesome. And that is, like, ever since Karen came out, a reliable slice, a small but reliable percentage of everybody that sees it, the first thing they ask is, you're going to make a barbecue Becky pedal? So I started
Okay,
to
the
take,
barbecue Becky.
like, lots of people, some of them even famous, are like, oh, is there going to be a Becky pedal? I'm like, I think I should take the hint. And so, like, I want to talk to you a little bit about this because it's not your normal thing.
All right.
Somebody in the comments, and I know I will eventually find them and credit them, said, wow, they're barbecuing. So are you going to make a wah pedal, a barbecue Becky wah pedal? Yes, I fucking am. I'm going to make an auto wah and fuzz combination pedal. This is another collaboration. I'm going to clone an auto wah of some sort and mod it so you can pop in an expression pedal.
Amazing.
And this is another wonderful builder from overseas, Tapio Lepala, that I know I'm slaughtering his name, and I'm so sorry. But he wanted to collaborate, and right around the time I was doing this, and I told him I want to add something really nasty and obnoxious to a fuzz pedal, or to a wah pedal.
So, yeah.
Because that's the charcoal switch. They're using unauthorized charcoal, which I swear to God is why this woman called the police on these people. And so, yeah, the charcoal switch activates this really nasty, splatty fuzz. And so I'm going to have that and an auto wah. It's going to be really awesome. So this fuzz that another person is designing and a wah pedal that I'm going to be building. And that's going to be called the Barbecue Becky. And it's going to be ripping good. And it's like, wow,
amazing.
Barbecuing, that's the wah side. And they're using unauthorized charcoal. That's the charcoal fuzz. And it sounds really awesome. And while I don't have a sample of it yet, I can show you, like, the art that I was drawing that I scanned.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's her. Yes, another meme pedal even. Perfect, man.
Like, that's the thing. She was Karen when Karen wasn't cool. Like,
yes.
Like a country song about Karen before Karen wasn't. They were called Becky's. There was a point where, like, these entitled racist white ladies were called Becky's, and now they're called Karens. And I don't really know.
Now they're called Karens.
I don't know historically when that started. I picked up on it, like, in the year 2000. And
torch has been passed.
So this is going on the pedal. And
amazing.
Well, the thing about this that I really want to talk about is not even the pedal itself. It's the fact that I'm not going to take any profit from this. Karen is Karen is a trope. Karen is a great way. It's a joke. It's a meme to make fun of a bunch of entitled people. But Barbecue Becky was a specific incident that happened where this one Karen called the police and tried and fortunately failed to weaponize them against a bunch of black people that were having a cookout by the lake.
I think I've seen that on YouTube. Or it's a variation of that where somebody was having a
Oh,
barbecue and the
that
cops
was
got called, and all they were doing is because they seen smoke, so they called like the fire
oh no,
department and stuff.
no, this wasn't that at all. This was just this woman
Oh.
went up to these people and started harassing them, and she called the police because she said, "You're not authorized to use that kind of charcoal. It's shit you not. You have to look at the video." And like this
I'm
is the
going
way
to.
they looked the whole fucking time, standing there like this. They were filming her, and she was just like that on the phone, blah blah blah, making smart ass racist comments. And then the police got here, and she immediately started, "Ah!" Like a very bad actor. So
Like
I'm
a
not.
very Karen.
Yeah, and like there's one prime directive that I have when I'm doing this is I'm not going to fetishize the pain of the people that are targeted by these people. Like it's, you know, there are some jokes that are not funny and I ain't interested in making them. And
Yeah.
one of them is like specific incidents where these people living in this community were harassed by this person. So instead I'm taking all the profits from it and I'm going to give it to a cause for justice that's based in Oakland. I'm basically following the Black Mass model with what they did with the 1312 pedal. And so
Amazing.
as many of them as I can afford to do, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Right
And I'm also
on,
I
man.
look for a generous investment partner that can help me cover my production costs. So eventually I can tell people that like 100% of their money is going straight toward the cause.
That's a really good cause too, man. Right on.
There are a number of places. I need to educate myself more about exactly where the money is going to go, but I'm talking to people that actually know.
Yeah.
There are a lot of names that come up, including like, oh, hey, my wife is on here and she is pleased with me.
That's
As I,
my baby. Hello.
yeah, baby.
We have your
So,
baby right here on Riff Talks.
remember, he is judging you.
He's always watching.
Man is a genius. With or without your valued input.
With or without it, yep.
But so that was my big announcement. And I have a lot to develop on it, but the art is almost done. And even though this art, you know what, I wasn't going to show you. This is kind of looks like caca, but a little sketch version of what I got so far.
Oh, I love it, man.
I'm going to be an order switch called, I was
Definitely,
here first. We were first.
definitely count me in for one of those pedals,
You got
100%,
it.
buddy.
XLR in the front. Four
How much are
knob
those
switch
going to be
buzz,
going for?
knob and a switch
Hey,
wah or auto wah circuit, and we'll see what happens. Like because we're still developing all the components of it,
yep.
particularly the wah component of it. The fuzz is pretty much there, and I just have to like
Okay.
and prototype it.
I love the artwork you have for it. The color scheme and everything. That looks really good, man. Just the like mock-up you have right now looks really good.
Dude, thank you so much. I appreciate it. So like I appreciate you reaching out to me and drawing me into your like mad Riff Mountain world. Like
Yeah, man.
most of the I will solicit people for demos, and so far it's worked out. But you're the first person that's really been like, "Hey, man, come over to the dark side.
Well, yeah.
Come back to Canada. What's old is
Yeah, come up to Canada. Exactly. Well, I really appreciated you sending this out to me, and I was really blown away by it. And it was actually, he just joined Super Cool Pedals. I was talking to him, and he actually kind of gave me this idea.
yeah,
So I got to give him
yeah.
credit for this, but it's to get the builders to come on and talk about their pedals in their own words, do announcements and whatever you guys got to do. And I love that idea so much. And you were one of the first people to join the 2023 lineup, so I decided to send you a message and see if you wanted to come on. I'm really happy you came on, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you and getting to know all about the new stuff in your lineup.
It has been awesome. Thank you so much. Thanks,
Yeah, man,
everybody.
definitely. Is there anything else you'd like to say?
Dude, I want to thank everybody who has followed me ever since this ridiculous venture started, because at least half of the ideas that have come from it have come from conversations with you guys. So thanks to every one of my twisted friends, followers, and collaborators.
Right, right
And
on.
there's,
That is awesome. The community is huge, and it's all really good people. I found like everybody wants to help each other out. Yes. The Karen, it looks sick. It does look sick. There you go. Super cool pedals right there.
thank you, sir. You can use that tone with me. I'll give that one to you.
There you go. So I do have an event coming
All
up
right.
April 1st in Gananoque,
Oh,
Ontario. It is at the Gananoque, I think it's called the Lou Banquet Hall. It's the local rink here. And we have a bunch of bands coming. We have Eric Lepp and Cody Yo. We have the Winter in Canada, Sweet Leaf, Kara Aldridge. There's guitar raffles going on, pedals. I am showcasing a bunch of pedals. So the first Riff Mount booth is going to have my merchandise, and I'm going to have a pedal board set up with the Karen and the Shroot. I'm going to have the Black Star and the Ward there so people can come and put on headphones,
heck yeah.
test them out yourself, how they like it, and lots of raffles. We have some amazing Canadian builders that have sent in pedals for it too. So I just want to announce that. Thank you,
Excellent.
everybody. Thank
Thank
you
you all.
very much, man. You are the man. Thank you for coming on. I look forward to getting some more of your stuff up here at the Riff Mountain. That barbecue Becky pedal is fire!
You are the man. And the mountain.
And the mountain. Thank you very much, brother. You have a wonderful night.
You too.
All right, peace and love, man.